bleak and come on, money in my pocket and women on my mind. I'm free, can't nobody tie me down. Nothing ever worries me, ain't nobody's daddy now. Y'all see the women on the very finest kind, clacking on them high like an engine down the line. I'm free, can't nobody tie me down. Nothing ever worries me, ain't nobody's daddy now. I used to have a woman who worried me to death. Her hand was in my pocket and her foot was on my neck. And I'm free, can't nobody tie me down. Nothing ever worries me, ain't nobody's daddy now. I got a baby on the east side, honey on the west. Got a woman uptown, but the downtown gals are best. And I'm free, can't nobody tie me down. Nothing ever worries me, ain't nobody's daddy now. Watch this, baby. I'm free, can't nobody tie me down. Nothing ever worries me, ain't nobody's daddy now. She gone and I'm free, can't nobody tie me down. Nothing ever worries me, ain't nobody's daddy now. Thanks.
Yes, indeed. Keep it going, Steve Earle.
Thank you.
A master at his craft. Hey, he just had a birthday last month, so a little happy birthday to him. A little golf clap for that. Yeah. The big 4-0.
Yeah. Plus 2-0. Yeah, I turned 60 January 17th.
Yeah. Well, happy birthday.
Thanks. It's a good birthday. It's me, Benjamin Franklin, Muhammad Ali, Michelle Obama.
Oh, yeah? All on the same day?
Yeah.
Played at Music Millennium last night. I want to talk about that real quick because you started playing guitar at 11, right? Writing songs.
Yeah,
and then writing songs at about 13.
They all had girls' names as titles, but yeah.
Did going to the record store influence you in this becoming who you are as a musician?
I mean, it was a while before I got where there was a record store. I lived in a little town called Schertz outside of San Antonio. There was no record store there. You could buy singles at the dime store, at the Five and Dime. And so I could buy, Beatles and Rolling Stones singles. And I bought Sgt. Pepper. I remember I had to go into town to get, because you couldn't get LPs. And when it came out, and I went in to get my eyes examined, and they dilated them, and that was San Antonio, and Sgt. Pepper had been out about 2 weeks, and my uncle, who had always given me all the records, had been living with us, and he'd moved out and gone away to college, so I had to get that one for myself, and I got it home. And in those days, when they dilated your eyes, it lasted all day. And they changed them now, and so you were just blind for the day. And it was the first record I ever saw that had lyrics printed on the sleeve. And I was pissed off because I couldn't read them. And I was like, till the next day. And then I was told they were there. I was assured they were there, but it was just an orange blur.
Yeah.
For the whole first day. So.
Congrats on the new record, your 16th studio album, Terraplane. A little round of applause for that. We have a blues show on Sunday night. Steve, who's on the air right now, he wanted to say he's been spinning the record a lot.
Good, I'm glad to hear that.
And it sounds great. And he told me to ask you that it seems like this record has been in the making for some time.
It's been a part of what I do for a long time. I'm from Texas, and sorry, but there is no Portland shuffle. There is no Los Angeles shuffle. There is no New York shuffle. There is only a Chicago shuffle and a Texas shuffle. And so this is something that's taken pretty seriously where I come from.
But you said in another interview, you said tackling this stuff, blues, was intimidating because of
the electric stuff, especially the acoustic stuff like that last song. That's me doing "Man Slips Coming," and I saw Manson Lightning in the same room at the same time, and I've recorded a lot of acoustic blues over the years, and that's kind of a folky thing to do that area of the blues, and I've kind of always been a folk singer. But I knew Stevie Vaughan. I know Jimmy Vaughan. I knew Rocky Hills, Dusty's brother, who's no longer with us, took me to see Rory Gallagher for the first time when I was 16 years old in Houston. And I don't, I know Charlie Musselwhite, and it's so it's that side of it's a lot more. I run into these guys, so it's one of the festivals and stuff. So it was a little more intimidating for me.
You played Waylon on the best show of all time, The Wire.
Yeah, well,
the best show of all time.
A lot of people believe that. A lot of people absolutely believe that.
You get tired of hearing about how everybody loves that show and how great it is, man?
It was a cool thing to be part of. There are people I probably had 3 people at Music Millennium alone last night. I've been doing these in-stores all week, and there were at least 3 people last night, and there's been at least one every single one of these things that just happened to mention in the second that they got up there that they never heard of me before The Wire.
Yeah.
And now they buy my records. So,
Shame on them.
I'm totally okay with that. Look, there's people, they're a lot easier to deal with than the people that think that my first record was Copperhead Road. And they're easy. And there's easier to deal with than the people that thought my last record should have been Guitar Town. So that's one of those
right.
things. So.
Are you going to do any more acting? Is that a...
Yeah, I do. There's a movie called The World Made Straight that I'm in that's out right now. I kind of went straight to DVD, but I'm a really bad guy in it. Not...
Do you like playing the bad guy?
I've only gotten to do it twice, once in a comedy and once in... This is not a comedy. I got Minka Kelly tied to a bed, pimping her out for a drug debt for about half the movie. I'm a really bad guy.
Yeah, you are.
So it's... Yeah, it was cool to get to do it, and it was the biggest part I've ever had too. So
also currently writing a book, hoping to have it out by the end of the year.
It should have been finished by now, but it's just the way. There's been a lot going on, and I haven't been able to. But I'm working on a memoir. It's not really an autobiography. I'm competing with Bob and Patty, not Keith, and it's about recovery largely. It's called I Can't Remember If We Said Goodbye, and it's kind of in 3 acts. And it's about mentors and recovery.
Thanks for your time today. Thank you so much for coming in.
Oh, it's my job.
Really appreciate it.
So,
Steve Earle!
So this is like kind of this started out. I knew there would be a Mance thing, which I just played, and a Lightning thing on the record. This started out to be the Lightning thing, but it ended up being Smokestack, and no matter how hard I tried, and it's kind of the closest thing to a chick song on the record. Hey, baby, lay your hair hang down. Hey, baby, lay your hair hang down. Fall like soft rain all around. Hey, honey, put your lips on mine. Hey, baby, put your lips on mine. Smooth like silk, sweet like wine. Never had another kiss taste like that. You're the best lover that I ever had. You're the best lover that I ever had. You're the best lover that I ever had. Hey, baby, whisper in my ear. Hey, baby, whisper in my ear. Way up close so I can hear. Hey, baby, when you call my name. Hey, honey, when you call my name. Oh, the heavens shake and the angels sing. Oh, it's a sin, but I want you back. You're the best lover that I ever had. You're the best lover that I ever had. You're the best lover that I ever had. Hey, baby, won't you let me in? Hey, baby, won't you let me in? It's cold out here and I'm shivering. Hey, baby, turn your light down low. Hey, baby, turn your light down low. Oh, your mama and them and your man won't know. Breaks my heart when you treat me bad. You're the best lover they ever had. You're the best lover they ever had. You're the best lover that I ever had. You're the best lover that I ever had. You're the best lover that I ever had. Thanks. So the blues are a lot of things to a lot of people. And what was important to me on this record is what they are to me because it's my record. And I saw Matt Lipscomb and Lightning Hopkins in the same room at the same time on about 3 or 4 occasions in Houston. And I was in a blues band when I was 13, 1968, because I moved to the south side of San Antonio, and it was kind of all greasers out there, and they were just listening to country music, and they, the only kids I could find that were listening to something besides country music were so isolated that they were listening to, they reacted to it by kind of digging deep, and they were listening to the first two Butterfield records, and Electric Flag. A lot of stuff came out in 1968. Here Comes Shuggie Otis, the first Shuggie Otis record, which is a blues record, and the first Johnny Winter record, the Progressive Blues Experiment, and and the first Led Zeppelin record, which we considered to be a blues record, and I kind of still do. And also, Canned Heat was a very big deal. It's the second concert I ever went to, and I learned about John Lee Hooker from Canned Heat. Bob Haidt and Al Wilson knew what they were doing. They were big record collectors. They knew the music intimately. But it was the blues are pretty psychedelic to me because of when I came to the blues, largely. And but then I got to Nashville. It's only 5 years later that I turned up in Nashville, 6 years, and I knew I'd seen Manson Lightning by that time. I knew Towns by that time. But somebody snuck me in to see Doc Watson make a record called 4 Days in November. And that being at that session has influenced a lot of stuff I've written over the years, and this is the latest because Doc got to be friends with Mississippi John Hurt, and it really influenced what Doc did, all the rest of the records that Doc made. This is from folk festivals in the mid-'60s on until John died. And so this is me doing Doc Watson doing Mississippi John Hurt. Say, Papa don't you no dice, Papa don't play no cards, Papa don't shoot no dice, don't play no cards. Said the money is tight, said the times are hard. Call me coming last night, after the clock struck 3. Call me coming in last night when the clock struck 3. You've been gambling, you be the death of me. Gamble in Mexico, gamble in New Orleans. I gamble in Mexico, down in New Orleans. I've been in every game. every time between. But the gambler ain't got no friends. Whenever his luck is down, the gambler ain't got no friends. When his luck is down, when he's riding high, they all come around. 'Cause Papa don't shoot no dice, Papa don't play no cards, Papa don't shoot no dice, don't play no cards. He said the money's tight, he said the times are hard, he said the money's tight, he said the times are hard. And this is the lightning thing. The day's born, the moon crossed the sun. Mama cried, sweet Jesus, what have I done? Lord, have mercy on my unfortunate son. Before I drew my second breath, Mama knew she just given birth to the king of the blues. And on that day, somewhere somebody else died. Alone in the dark room and nobody cried, 'cause there can only be one and it can't be denied. The outriders told everybody the news. The king is dead, long live the king of the blues. King of the blues, 13th of the line. First of my name, last of my kind. One foot in the grave, one hand on the handle of time. Descended directly from St. John the Conqueror. I'm the harbor's there and the king of the blues. I'm a lover, a fighter, a prophet, a fool. The keeper of confidence is the law to misrule. A consummate jack of all trades of the Dickensian school. There ain't never been no kind of love I couldn't lose. I'm the high priest of lonesome. I'm a king of the blues. So, record's out, and The tour starts April 15th in Little Rock, Arkansas. And we'll come west first, but then we'll head back again before we get to the northwest. And but we will be along after Camp Copperhead, after the middle of July. And I have to work my way back for that by July 20th. And then we'll come back out this way. And so watch for us. It's a lot of the reason that this record got made when it did was I had the band that can do it, and Chris Masterson cut his teeth on this stuff. And so watch for us and take care of this city that you live in, because it's a pretty interesting place, and there's a lot of things that get done here that don't get done anyplace else, and you should take care of this beautiful place where you live, where you've chosen to make it different than almost every place else in America. And support, Music Millennium, because those guys, you have the store that really kind of started this movement to hang on to the record stores that we've got right here in your city, and you really should support that as well. I do. And there will be a record store release. It's going to be a 10-inch split single. It won't play at 78 because I want everybody to be able to play it, but it'll look like a 78. But with my version, I recorded Terraplane Blues and a solo version. My version on one side, Robert Johnson's on the other side. So don't tell me I don't have cojones. Can you say cojones? I don't know. Johnny Pillmore, seeming my daddy was daddy before. Hardly ever saw a granddad I had, only coming to them about twice a year. Found a penny since a cup of lime. Every morning noon to make moonshine. Round the Reveille mail on the green leather bed, head up a hollow leather head. For my time, I've been told, never come back from Copperhead Road. Bought at auction at the Mason Lodge. Tried to get a chef painted on the side. Shot a coat of primer and I looked inside. Him and my uncle tore that engine down. I still remember that rumbling sound. Come around in the middle of the night, heard mama crying that something wasn't right. Headed down the nostril with a weak load, smell of whiskey burning down Copperhead Road. White trash first round here in Hawaii. Done 2 tours of duty in Vietnam. Yeah, I come home with a brand new plan. I take sleep from Colombia and Mexico. I plan her up a holler down Copperhead Road.
got a trevor in the air. Wake up screaming, line back over there. Not a thing of deep, I'm trying to learn to do. Better stay away from Cabaret Road. Cabaret Road. Come on. Cabaret Road. Cabaret Road. Thank you so much.
Thanks.